Hello everyone, X-Walk Hill Bethelite here, and I have a question. Why is it that whenever there is some sort of a disaster, Jehovah's Witnesses run directly to what they call Satan's system for help? We recall there was a time in Washington where kingdom halls were being burned down and shot up. Well, Jehovah's Witnesses turned to the state police, the same state that they say is literally being run by the devil. Now, if the state was run by the devil, why would the state then send police and investigators to find out who shot up and burned down the kingdom halls of the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses? Doesn't make any sense now, does it? Whenever there's a disaster where food is needed or shelter is needed. There was recently a tornado in Alabama. Why is it that Jehovah's Witnesses, instead of taking care of one another, they go directly to Red Cross? They go directly to churches for shelter or for food supplies? Why is it that Jehovah's Witnesses, when times get tough, go directly to the world for assistance? Where's this loving brotherhood when things really go south? And I don't mean, sometimes whenever they want to make a nice article for the Watchtower, you may have a picture of someone handing out food. I'm talking about every time. Every time. Jehovah's Witnesses, this is a small group of people. If this is the one true religion, that small group of people, they should at least be able to take care of just this small group that they have, since they don't do anything for anyone else. Since Jehovah's Witnesses don't have a charity to help others, you would think that, okay, anytime that there's a disaster, every time that there's a disaster, they should at least be able to take care of themselves. But no, they go right to what they call Satan's system. If you look up BBC on YouTube and type in Jehovah's Witnesses, you may see a video where Jehovah's Witnesses are saying that they're being tortured in Russia. And the first thing that comes to mind when you watch that is A, they are running straight to BBC to tell the story, and B, they're going straight to human rights activists to get help. They are all over every avenue, worldly avenue, avenues and provisions that they say is being run by the devil. They're running directly to them for help. There's a man that said that they put a bag over his head and immediately applied new light in between his buttocks. Or to be more specific, they applied a stun gun in between his buttocks, is what he states. You may choose to believe these men or not, because one of them had a serious 5 o'clock shadow and Jehovah's Witnesses aren't supposed to have beards, and it looked like he hadn't shaved. But so maybe you believe these men, or maybe you don't, but they ran straight to Satan's. Jehovah's Witnesses, if this is God's organization, why isn't God taking care of them? Why do they have to run to human rights for help? Why are they all over BBC trying to get their stories out onto quote-unquote worldly news stations? You see, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't no part of the world when it's hard for them. See, they're no part of the world when it's convenient. See, but when things get tough, then they're all over every worldly avenue for assistance. BBC telling them that they're getting shocked in the buttocks and suffocated and beaten on top of the head. Where's this zeal? Where's this, I'm going to take this for my faith? Because one of the men said that after having a bag put over his head so that he couldn't breathe, and being electrocuted, the new light being applied by way of stun gun, he said that they asked him if he would talk, and right there on BBC he says yes. He said yes, he would talk. So not only are they going to worldly news stations and worldly police and worldly human rights organizations, they're running all over to worldly avenues for help. But the man flat out said that he snitched on other JWs. He's telling the police where all the other JWs are so that they can stop electrocuting him in his buttocks. So he clearly values his buttocks above his brothers and sisters. Where's the loving brotherhood? Where is this loving brotherhood? Apparently it just exists in Watchtower and Awake magazines. It exists in books. It exists when they want to take pictures of something to put in a magazine. But in real life, you got these Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia running the BBC and running to human rights organizations and telling on other Jehovah's Witnesses, snitching on other Jehovah's Witnesses, telling them, the police, where the other Jehovah's Witnesses are so that they can quit getting shocked in the buttocks. You see, this is the reality of what we see with Jehovah's Witnesses. A whole lot of talk about being separate, about being different, about being separate from the world. But in reality, they have Australian royal commissions over child sexual abuse, just like anybody else. They have all kinds of end of the world false predictions, 75, generation of 1914 overlapping. It doesn't look like they are God's chosen organization when the Russian police allegedly applies electricity to the Jehovah's Witnesses' buttocks. Because as soon as the electricity, the new light makes contact with the, these individuals, these Jehovah's Witnesses' buttocks, they immediately start snitching on all the other Jehovah's Witnesses. When things get hot, they fold, apparently. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'm driving right now. So you probably can definitely hear a lot of background noise. But 937-789-4029. Hey, the Jehovah's Witnesses have been trying to prepare for persecution for over 100 years. And as soon as someone gets shocked in the booty with a stun gun, he goes and snitches on all the other Jehovah's Witnesses. That's not how it was supposed to be. That's not what we were told in the book study. We were told that everybody was going to die for one another. All they got to do is hit them with a stun gun, and they're snitching on everybody. Comment down below. XWalkKillBethelite signing out.